Okay, sorry you guys, I couldn't get my camera to focus because Spirit kept like walking through it. Oh, did you guys see that? All right, let's start. Spirit, thank you. Number 1, postcard from loved ones. Okay. Oh, you're too close. You're making things blurry. Okay. Uncertainty is the new normal for the whole world. Things are changing at a rapid pace, and the old ways we once trusted are no longer reliable. But leaving the familiar behind can be a good thing. When you are pushed to step into the unknown, you are pulled forward into discovering new possibilities that have been hidden in plain sight. Check in with your higher power. Your soul knows better than your small self. Have faith in the support of a higher power in the infinite potential for your life. Right now, the advice we have for you is this. Try something new. Do something different. You won't know how it feels, what it looks like, or what the outcome will be if you do not take that first step into the unknown and experience the unfamiliarity. You'll be so glad that you did, because treasures will appear. We're so proud of you. We're so proud of you for being brave. You are so loved and supported. Okay, Jeanette, if you watch this, your name that's coming forward is Jeanette. Your great grandmother Anna is like brushing against my right side right now, and she just says to you that you keep asking if a divorce is something that's going to, make her feel like you're not loved, or make you feel like you're doing something wrong to the family. She says, don't think that way. You are allowed to take steps forward to claim your power and to get out of any situation that doesn't bring you peace and love. She fully supports you with all things that you want to move forward with. You are on my feed, so you'll probably see this. I think we've never spoken before, but you do follow me. In the locket that you have as well, on your, it's like where you do your makeup at, the one that's inside the little white lockbox that you keep of hers. She says she appreciates you keeping it safe, but you are allowed to wear it. You don't have to be afraid to ruin it or break it. She would rather you wear it. Okay? All right. Sorry, okay, that was number 1, and this is for more than just her. This is for everyone who chose that card, okay? You are so loved and so supported. Okay, number 2, those who chose Jesus. Let's go. What things soever you desire when you pray, believe that you receive them and you shall have them. He tells you guys this time and time again. He's like, this isn't just a new age thing or a new way of being. This is for anyone who wants to learn about manifesting, anyone who wants to get outside of the program or the matrix, he says. Those who want to take claim of their own energy. You must trust in what you're asking for. You must trust in who you are. If you could go and you are crying, oh, why haven't I had this? Why isn't this working out for me? How long have you had faith? He says, you've had faith for so long, but then you go back and you do the same things, or you regurgitate that old way of thinking and you go back into self-doubt. He says a way is being made. Just because you do not see it, instantaneously, doesn't mean all the cooperative components aren't coming together for you. And he says sometimes it takes a group of people to bring you exactly what you need. Excuse me. He always makes me hiccup. A group of people that you might need. So say you're working on a project. Say you're working on, remodeling your home. So you're going to need a contractor. You're going to need a electrician. You're going to need permits. You're going to need all these things, but you don't know how it's going to happen. Okay? Your energies regarding your God source energy does. Your energy regarding working with Jesus does. He knows exactly who you're going to work with, when you need to work with them, what your deadlines are. You must trust the process. But if you're coming to him and you're saying, and you're crying and this, why won't you do this for me? Or can you please? And he's like, it's not even like that. Oh, he's trying to explain it in a way because he doesn't want you to feel bad about when you're at low and you're feeling like, well, maybe, you know, things, I'm not worthy of this or I'm not deserving of this. He said he doesn't want you to feel that way. He wants you to say, when you come to me, don't come to me only when you're in pain or only when you are suffering or only when you need something. He says, come to me when you're feeling joy. Come to me when you're feeling love. And then own that and then trust that and then have more faith that what you've asked for is coming as well. The more that you have gratitude for what you want, it is always coming for you. And he says, even if you were like, he goes, the worst, and you ask for something, it's still going to come to you. It might have a little bit of wobble because of your energy dividing, but it's still going to come to you. When you pray or when you come to him in faith, it's always going to come to you. And this works with any deity that you work with or any oversoul that you work with, or even just your oversoul. Once you know that you want it and you have unwavering faith and you have no doubt in your mind that it is yours, or this is who you are, this is what you're meant to do, this is what you're supposed to do, it will come to you. It has to come to you because that is not just, with working with spirit, it is law. It is the law of energy. It has to make its way to you because you are an energetic field. Like attracts like, okay? So it always will come to you. He says also, don't always take the word so literal. He says, feel each individual word within your heart and find out what represents you and what resonates with you. He says, when you call on him, don't always look at the images of what everyone else says that he must look like. A lot of people said that he is this kind of person or this kind of person or whatever it may be. He says, trust when you meditate, when you call me forward, I will come forward as you will likely see me first. And then we can talk about different energies and how to observe them well. Another person who is watching this, okay, a couple of you guys have been seeing not just Jesus, but archangels in your bedroom at night. And he says in that whole understanding with that too, how it comes to you, how everyone represents or sees something differently. So a lot of you are seeing bright orbs in your bedrooms, which is archangels. If you want to see the archangels in a full apparition, you can ask them to change form in front of you if you're not, you don't have that scared or that doubt inside you, and they will shapeshift in front of you. You can ask them to leave you something knowing that you are here. You can ask them, okay, if this is what I'm seeing, this is what I'm feeling, this is what I'm hearing, can you give me a name? Can you give me a sign? Can you show me something that represents which archangel you are? And they will definitely show you. They'll show you through even memes on your social media. They will always find a way to represent themselves to you. A lot of you guys are seeing them come to you in forms of birds. As well, you guys are waking up and the first thing that you are seeing is a bird at your windowsill. This is an archangel coming to say that we've heard you and we will work with you throughout the night. Pay attention to the animals that are around you when you're waking and these things that you're seeing. Don't disapprove or let go of these shadow figures and things that you're seeing in lights. So if you're like, oh, I've seen that shadow figure, I can't look at that, I don't know what it is, or it's freaking me out, then you're not going to be able to tune in, because you're putting up this wall between you and that realm. But if you are doing good and you're a high vibration in love and light, those shadows are 9 times out of 10 a loving, kind shadow, okay? It's usually a loved one or, well, I shouldn't say just a loved one, but it's usually someone from a different realm of love and light coming to give you a message. It's always going to match your energy, okay? So don't be afraid of that. But Jesus says, pray and ask and it shall be given. All right, I'm sorry, this is getting way too long. I've got to quit listening to spirit when they talk. All right, number 3, if you picked 3, the C's. Okay, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. So, as I told you guys before, those who have been doing the work are waking up. So, if you chose this card, you are in that realm of waking up spontaneously, have a spontaneous reaction to different energies. You have seen some crap in your days, okay? And now it is time for you to see the unconsciousness to it all, to step outside of your normal visions and into that of possibilities, limitless possibilities. You're in the phase where everything is going to come much easier to you now, because now you're like, well, this is the potential for me to learn here. This is the potential for me to maybe have a little bit of growth. This is the potential for me to expand, to create, to be artsy, to follow a new work path. I know that whatever I choose, the seas are going to carry me to my highest potential, my highest point of being. Contracts are over from the old seas, and now I'm being brought into clearer waters. I'm being brought into waters who are merging with the realms of the fairies, realms of orcas and different mammals. Everything within the water who vibrates in love and light is coming to assist you with this, you guys. The old seas are gone is what they keep saying. The old seas are past. Don't worry about the murkiness of the water anymore, because now it's clear. No matter which way you go here, it's going to be clear all the way through. It's going to be like stepping stones laid out for you. This is a time for you to trust that you want to try something new and go for it, because it's going to be like magic when you step onto, these new sands and these new waters. And now my ear is going crazy with high-pitched frequency. And that usually happens when I have dolphin energy there too. When I'm speaking of water, and you know how they use an ecosystem to speak back to one another, and when I'm speaking about anything to do with water or like that, the aqua beans give me that high-pitched frequency in my ear. I love you guys. Keep coming. All right, number 4. Ooh, all paths lead to home. Inner authority, intuition. Turn your gaze inwards. All right, so this is for those who are not meditating consistently. You guys are doing it here and there. You guys are trying to still be in the outer world. So if you guys want to connect to anything, you want to connect to your body, you want to connect to your cells, you want to connect to people in this realm, you want to connect to your loved ones, you want to connect to the animals, anything that you want to connect to, you want to connect to past lives, you have to learn who you are on the inside. That's the only way to get to home. And home is where the heart is. Home is your Merkaba portal within yourself. If you don't know yourself, you can't connect to higher energies, because you cannot feel the other energies coming through. Or you can feel them through, but it's going to be like a radio frequency where you're just getting static. You're feeling that they're there, you know that there's an energy in the room, but it's just getting static and no full connection. In order to really tap into these other energies, you have to do the work. You have to know what your body feels when you're in love, what your body feels when it's feeling sadness, depression, happy, love, joy, all the things, all the emotions. You have to know your body and what it feels like when these energies are inside your body, and then how to release them. You have to stay consistent with your meditation, because your intuition within the body is going to say, oh, Jesus is here today. Or, oh, this is an archangel. This is a Pleiadian. This is a Lyran. This is the Adjonomen. This is whoever it is. This is them speaking to me. And I know it because of the feeling. I can feel their energy. I know their specific feeling. And I know what to do when they come in, because sometimes you'll be practicing and learning, and you'll be like, oh, I'm getting to the point where I'm feeling all these different energies. And you're like, well, who is that? Because you're not tuned in well enough to understand the difference between the two energies. Your energy field has to merge with theirs. You have to come up in frequency, and they come down in frequency. So you have to kind of have that middle ground of where you guys can meet, and then you guys can, talk about who they are, where they're from, what you want to learn from them. It's always going to be your loved ones first and foremost when you are first practicing meditation, and when you're first practicing to communicate, because your loved ones are there to show you that, hey, this is a safe space, you've been doing really good. And then it's usually an archangel to comes with you, unless you are a starseed. If you are born a starseed and you are born a hybrid, your Lyran family could come down and assist you, which you'll know that in your dream state. But always know the energies. So they want you to turn within and start meditating more, you guys. Meditate, meditate, meditate. And I'm not saying meditate for hours on end. I'm saying 15 minutes a day. Well, 7 to 15 minutes in the morning and then again at night. The reason why you want to do it in the morning and at night is because it's the first thing when you wake up. That sets forward, it prepaves your path for the day. And you want to do it again at night because then that's how you can end your day and prepave your day when you either wake up, or you can prepave your dream state. I'm going to go to sleep and this meditation feels good prior to sleeping because there's nothing else I need to do. It feels so good to be in my bed. I love these blankets. I love this home. I love, the energy of my body. I love my spouse. I love the energy around me. And when I sleep tonight, I am going to love astral traveling. I know that I want to astral travel with certain beings, and it's going to be fun deciding who I am. I am going to meditate on that. Or you can meditate on when I get up tomorrow, I'm going to be better than I was today. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to feel like joy in my heart. What can I do to be of service to others? How can I be more loving? How can I be a more kind person? These are the things that you need to do prior to going to bed, your meditation, and when you first get up. Every time you do that and you stay consistent, that will change the synapses in your brain. That will change that energy flow. And then your body will start saying, okay, she's staying consistent. This is something that, this person loves. This is something that this person is tuned into. And then you're going to get this spiral of frequency going up and up and up, and boom, your day and your life is going to change to good things because you are doing the work. So do the work. Know that you are loved, and know that there's nothing you cannot be, do, or have. Okay? Okay. Number 5. Deep cellular healing. Oh, this one's always so beautiful. Look at her in this beautiful chamber of love. Okay, so the Arcturus energy, physical and emotion healing. So this is coming with the Arcturian starseed energy, and the way that the Arcturians are is they like to use light frequency and light healing, much like the blue avians, but this is for a deep cellular healing, and I know so many people are still needing this this healing. But okay, so the people who have picked this card, who have been working on not just their body healing physically, but emotionally, and letting go, and really doing their best even through the holidays. You guys have to trust that your body is going to be completely healed. Did you know that you can have a fully realigned body in 7 years? Everything heals unless you continuously keep it in a place of disease. A body that is not at ease is a disease. So you have to trust in the healing part and do the work as well. Cleaning out your body, detoxing, doing some parasite cleanses, meditating, drinking your water, grounding yourself, not participating in things that make you feel bad, not participating in anyone's energy that's making you feel less than. You have to gain control and balance over not just your physical body, but your emotional body, and trust that the Arcturians hold on, you guys, sorry. Arcturian energy is coming right on through. You have to trust that the Arcturians are coming through to heal on the cellular level. And they said that their cellular DNA is not a lot of people have 2 strands anymore. And if you go to the doctor and you get checked up, they're not even telling people, hey, you've multiplied this, or you've healed this, or your blood cells are this. You need to make sure you're going to holistic healers and doctors who are really going to tell you the truth about what is going on. And they're seeing a lot of changes in the brain state as well because of the pineal gland being decalcified. Those who've been working on decalcifying your pineal gland has seen a big shift in your vision, and you've seen a big shift in your crown chakra. Dang it. I need water. Hold on, you guys. I have to get a drink of water. Maybe I should just... They're wanting to channel all the way through. Hold on. I'm sorry about that, you guys. So what they're saying is they're not even telling you what to do. So when you go and you get a like a CAT scan or an MRI or anything like that, make sure it's from a doctor who's actually going to tell you about holistic healing and about what they're seeing. So with the brain structure changing, this is going to be for people to come into their akashics with ease, because we are now in a phase where everyone should be able to tune into the akashics, and the akashics are where you're going to be able to find anything. Like any library that you walk into, you want information, these are like the akashics, but deeper and more rich with information and true information, not just hearsay. You can go in and you can actually visualize and see it, and it'll come up sort of like this hall here, and you can say a time or date and it'll shoot forward and it'll tell you. Everyone walking into the akashics will have a guide, and they'll also be they'll be led to different parts of their life that is for them in this immediate timeline. But anyways, you guys need to focus on your healing. When you're meditating, call on the Arcturian's energy, and they will come forward with that healing. They said that if you want to just imagine them wrapping their energy of light around you right now as I'm speaking, we're going to go into we're going to go into a deep breath section right now. So I want you guys all to take a deep breath. Everyone, breathe in and breathe out. Simple breath. Okay, now we're going to breathe in for a count of 6, okay? Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. Do it again. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and release. They say whenever you do this breath work and then you visualize the healing light going around you, you visualize these beautiful purples and whites and blues and love from your heart space over encompassing your body, and you feel that every time you do that breath work and you really take it in and you feel the energy healing your body, you are going to have a miraculous healing all throughout your body. And when the more you do that consistently, tuning in to these energies, the better it's going to be for you. Everybody's going to get to this point where no one's going to have this kind of pain within their body, this emotional pain, because you guys are going to get to the point of releasing. You're going to be like, oh, I know this is going to, release my body, or I feel it in my body. I know that I need to release it. Why is it, why is it coming up? What is it that I need to release? And it will, okay? So trust in that energy. They want to have we might do a full channeling with them, because they kind of want to do a full channeling session regarding different other ways to heal of light. So we might come back to that. All right. Where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 6. Oh, we have some first breathers here. Beginner's mind. So if you picked this card, okay, this can be a breath of a new contract, okay? Or this could be your first time in this realm on this earth. Those who have come in as walk-ins, who were here to be part of the love frequency shift, you've come in as a first time here, but you've chosen to come here to help. But if this is your first contract moving into a new plan, this also wants you to know that it's okay to always start something new. Okay, so some of you guys are here for the first time in spirituality at all, trying to get outside of your own religion, or get outside of just looking for a new understanding. So for those, they want you to know that it's okay to trust that you are led here for a reason. You are led towards any spirituality for a reason, and that's because you're being called home, or you're being called to open up your gifts and your intuition. Don't be afraid of your calling. So if you're feeling like, oh, this is something new for me, I would never look up this normally, there is a reason why you are doing this, okay? And trust that what you are doing is right. I'm not saying just me as a spiritual coach, but any kind of spiritual thing, anything that you feel led to. Make sure you do your research, get out there and find out what calls to your heart. Don't be afraid of these new beginning contracts for you, because everyone is kind of breaking through the matrix at their own time. And as we have their own awakening and we're breaking through these matrix, our codes are all different, okay? Even though we're in the same program, our codes are all different because we all have different journeys. So you are here at the right place in the right time, and there's nothing that you cannot be, do, or have if you're now listening to this for the first time. For the walk-ins who are just now coming in as well, your light is shining bright. You are moving through it, and you are tuning in more to being of service. You already knew that that was your calling. You can feel being of service as your calling. You're really a minimalist, and you don't really feel like hanging on to too much, because you are meant to travel to different places to help people grow and to people learn. That's kind of how you know if this is your first time here, because you feel like you're traveling. Your first time as a starseed, I should say, as a helper. Now, if this is your first time ever on Earth, you've been going through it. You don't know what to think, what's left, what's right, who's wrong. You just want to experience, okay? And again, you have to find out what calls to your heart and follow that, and don't let anyone take you off that path. They say that those who are understanding that this is their first time here all together, you guys are kind of being pulled upwards quite quickly, because they don't want you to be, there's no reason for you to be like left behind on a different realm of lower density, because this is your first time, and they want everyone to have an equal chance of raising to 5 density. But trust that you are all being led to goodness, and there's nothing that you guys can do wrong, okay? You guys just take it one step at a time. Baby steps will be key for you, because if you get too much information at once, you're going to feel kind of overwhelmed and kind of like, okay, that's not for me. I don't know what to do from here on out. And it's really just going to make you like have a stalemate, and like it'll be too overwhelming, too stressful for you. So beginner steps, research what calls to you, when it calls to you, and then just let, someone just said I had 2 boys. Aw. Okay. Where we go? Here we go. All right. Deep, quiet meditation and stillness. All right. This is for the OGs. As soon as I see this OG comes forward, those who've been meditating, those who know that they need to be in their stillness, deep, quiet. This is what I call for me, it's the quiet girl era. But this can be anything for anyone. Okay. But you have been doing the work again, and you are at the place now where nothing is phasing you, nothing is bothering you. You know what's coming up for you. You know that meditation and stillness is the answer to everything regarding healing, regarding manifesting your dreams, your desires. There is nothing that's going to stop you from helping others, nothing that's going to stop you from being a kind person. You have made it to this graduation point where everything around you is just encased in this beautiful purple light. As you can see here, you can kind of see this purple light here. But the deep quiet soothes you. Like, you know that, hey, I don't have to be in the outer world for me to get the things. I can find my inner peace, and it's going to come to me. Like, you know, like you're the kind of person who writes stuff down and it shows up quickly. You're the kind of person who says, you know, I would like to experience that in a week or 2. Boom, there it is. Because you know, you have this inner knowing, you have this inner intuition, you have this guidance that's been there. And you're just at a perfect state of peace right here in this moment. So regarding this current timeline, this very current moment when you chose this card, that was your higher self giving you a nudge saying, you know within your heart space what you need to do. You know in your heart space who you are. You know in your heart space that you are divine energy, and now it is time for you to be all that you've ever wanted to be and more. So, because you're always learning and growing. If you were all that you ever would be, you wouldn't be in a physical form. You would just be a spiritual form, because, you know, there was nothing that you needed to do. But you're always continuously learning and growing. So you are in a great place, a loving place, a perfect place, a happy place. And there is so much love around you. Those who are also in a deep state of quiet, you have some loved ones who want to start speaking to you. You found yourself now to a point where Okay, I found who I am. Now it's time for me to allow that. You're kind of the opposite of this person. You know what to allow into you now, and you know the energies that you can feel. And now you're getting to the point where you're going to start channeling. You are going to start channeling really well, actually. Okay, Jacob. Um, so the person named Jacob, your great, great, great grandpa, um, he's going to start coming to you. And he is from the Navajo tribe. Um, many generations of the Navajo. He is going to start teaching you the ways of holistic healing and herbal medicine and the way of the drum. So he says to let you know that you will be not just visited like when ghosts say that to me or a spirit says that to me, you're going to be visited. It kind of reminds me of the Christmas carol where they all come visit them at nighttime. He's like, it's not just like that. You're going to be introduced to his energy if you're not already picking up on it by subtle hints regarding what comes easily to you. And that's going to be electronics flickering, lights going out. You're going to be very audible. You're going to be able to hear. He's going to be able to whisper in your ear a lot, certain things. And he's going to start saying bud. He's going to call you buddy. And then he's going to start talking about certain chiefs of the Navajo that he wants you to start looking up regarding your ancestor lineage. Okay? So pay attention to that and what you are hearing. And he says he's also going to be going through your home and giving out love energy to the animals that you have. You have a couple parakeets that he kind of wants you to give more love to. And he says not to cage them. He says you need to let them either be in a room that's open where you can let them out and be of the world. But when you cage a bird, it's like caging a soul, and they are in between realms, which he'll explain all that to you. Once you go, if you need a session with me, I'm probably gonna contact you for free because there's some information, because I'm Cherokee and I think that I can help you a lot with that one. But anyways, everyone else, you're doing so good on that energy. Okay. Benefit factor. Grace and generosity. If you have chosen this card, this means that you need to be of grace and generous, and then the universe is going to be generous back to you. You are already in this state of being graceful anyways. Like when I talk about grace, I mean you are just kind because you know kindness is what is needed, and you are generous. Now I'm talking about generous with money or things like that. And I talk about this a lot, you guys. Those who think, well, I need to be an active service. I need to give away things. I need to give away money, or I need to supply things for others. That is not always the case. You can be kind by, again, opening up doors, telling people thank you, telling people how that you love them or when you miss them, when you're out and about, helping people get things off of shelves, letting people have a parking spot if they're ahead of you. These are just kind gestures that come back to you. The universe can feel it, and you know in your heart, I'm going to go ahead and be kind to this person. The universe says, great, let me be kind to you, because you're in this space right now. Look at this. You're in this space now of just comfy and cozy. Okay. So their big shift with the collective, so like up to the kind and cozy, is the basic needs being met. So humanity as a whole is going to see a big shift in 2024 regarding basic needs being met. As we talked about the last time about the deflation coming in, that's going to be happening in 2024 all the way up to 2026. A big deflation. The market is going to go way, way down on things, and this includes food and groceries as well. I think I've said that before my last one too, but it's going to be happening like tenfold, and they're still trying to fighting it because they wanted to still stay gas, and they want to still have gas prices and charge electricity and all that, but it's really moving towards free electric, free energy. Even some foods are going to be now considered like low rent or food just given. There's going to be a lot of companies who are switching to whole foods and grains so they can be a better help to others as well. We're going to see a lot of people helping one another. If you've gotten this card, that means that you're either in a place to be helped or you're going to be one of them people out there helping. Again, you can donate your time. That's what I did for the holidays. I just went out and I donated my time to the homeless shelters. I was reading to kids. I went to the hospital and read to kids. I was giving, my books out to them. I was giving clothes and shoes and things like that. But you can donate your time instead of physical things if that's what you need, and you can donate your time by helping out farmers markets. You can donate your time in anything, really. Anything within the neighborhood that's going to be of service, you can do that. But again, the more you are generous to others with love and not doing it because you expect the universe to give it back to you, but you're doing it because you truly want to be a good person, the universe will honor that, and the universe will see that. And the universe can also tell between if you're doing it just because you want to give something back. If you're saying, oh, I'm going to go do this because I know if I'm of service, the universe is going to give it back to me. The universe is like, I can feel that energy. I can feel that wobble in between there. I can feel you don't have faith in that, and it's not really a legit thing. You're doing it for the wrong thing. You're doing it with ego in there. But if you're doing it as a true act of kindness, then of course it comes back to you over and over and over again, which is a beautiful thing, because that is the kind of circle that you want in your life, in that Taurus field, with no breakage of the wobble or the low density energy. Okay? So grace and generosity for all. And it's coming through times 10. I love you guys so, so, so much. I hope you have a beautiful day. And I know this was really, really long. Too many energies were coming through to try to navigate that. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I love you all. I'm probably going to put this on my YouTube because I don't know how Instagram's going to handle it. But we shall see. Love you. Have a good night.